You sit down, open your notebook, and write a new word. You read it again and again. You even say it out loud. I will never forget this, you tell yourself. But 1 week later, the word is gone. You see it again somewhere, maybe in a video, and you think, wait, I know this word. What was it again? Don't worry. You are not alone. Every English learner goes through this. Even native speakers forget words sometimes. Forgetting is not a sign of failure. It's a natural part of how your brain learns. Let me explain. When you learn something new, a word, a phrase, or a grammar rule, it first goes into your short-term memory. That memory works like a small whiteboard. You write something, and after a while, the space fills up. The brain cleans the board so it can write new information again. This cleaning process is called forgetting. But here's the good news. If you write the same word on that whiteboard again and again, your brain starts to say, this must be important. Then it moves that word from short-term memory to long-term memory. That's when the word becomes yours. So how can you make that happen? How can you make words stay? The secret is not memorizing more. The secret is meeting words again and again in different ways. Let's say you learn the word journey. You can write it in your notebook, listen to a short story using that word, watch a video with the sentence, life is a journey. Use it in your own sentence like, my English journey is not easy, but it's beautiful. When you see, hear, and use the same word in different moments, your brain connects the dots. Suddenly the word has meaning, not just letters, but emotion. And emotion is the glue that keeps knowledge in place. You see, the brain doesn't remember boring things. It remembers what made you feel something. That's why songs help so much. When you sing a song in English, your brain links the melody with the words. You're not just studying, you're feeling. The same happens when you read a story and imagine the characters, or when you talk about your real life in English. These small emotional connections make learning powerful. So next time you forget a word, don't say, I'm bad at English. Say, my brain is just cleaning the board, I'll write it again. Because every time you meet that word again, you are building a bridge from I don't know to this is part of me. Remember this, learning English is not about perfection, it's about repetition and emotion. Repeat it, feel it, use it, and it will stay. You can also make a simple habit. Every night before sleep, choose 3 words you learned that day. Say them out loud. Try to make a short sentence with each. For example, hope. I hope tomorrow will be better. Journey. Learning English is my journey. Patience. I will learn with patience. These small moments tell your brain, these words are important. Keep them, and the next morning, when you hear the same word in a song or a video, you'll recognize it. That feeling, when you understand a word in real life, is pure joy. You smile and think, wow, I understood that. That joy is also part of the learning process. Because motivation is not something that magically appears. It grows when you see your progress, when you notice how far you've come. You might forget words today. You might forget again tomorrow. But with every repetition, with every connection, your English becomes stronger. Forgetting is not losing. Forgetting is learning again better. So keep learning. Keep meeting words. Keep feeling them. And one day you'll realize you don't just remember the words, you live them. And that's when English becomes not just a language, but a part of who you are. because you didn't just learn words. You built meaning. You built confidence. You built yourself. Keep going, slowly, surely, and with heart. You're doing better than you think.